Nick Petrie's freshman season at Missouri State was spent in rehab.
One pitch and there it was.
Recovering from Tommy John surgery.
I never really had any arm problems, so initially it was like, this is kind of weird, you know, maybe it's just like a forearm thing, whatever, but obviously that wasn't the case.
The UCL is a ligament in the elbow that connects the humerus bone to the ulna bone in the forearm. In a lot of ways, it's kind of like this rubber band. Every time a pitcher throws a baseball, the ligament or rubber band stretches a little bit. You can imagine over the course of a season or a career that the rubber band might tear or just completely snap, and that's what requires surgery.
I didn't know what the feeling was. It scared me to death. I honestly can't tell you how painful it was, but it was just really scary because I was like, that shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have felt that way. They were like, if you want to play again, we're going to have surgery really soon.
Lady Crusader basketball fans know her as Emily Akins, and her name was no secret either. Number 22 led the Heart of America Conference in scoring as a junior. She was also the third leading scorer in NAIA Division I up until her injury.
I mean, these gals are getting to be very competitive, very athletic.
Dr. Chris Miller is an orthopedic surgeon with Cox Health in Springfield.
Most commonly, we'll either take the central third of the patellar tendon or the two hamstring tendons on the inside of the knee, and again replace that torn ligament with a tendon graft.
You know, I think everybody's hyper aware right now, and everyone wants to, you got to err on the side of caution. I think it's like a pendulum. It's like anything else. It goes from one end to the other, and probably the reality is probably somewhere in the middle.
An estimated 300,000 sports-related brain injuries occur in the United States every year, according to the Journal of Athletic Training. At that rate, sports come in as the second leading cause of brain injuries to young adults, right behind motor vehicle accidents.
Those seasons go so fast.
Rich Rehagen is the head football coach in Nixa.
I've seen players get hurt and, they'll miss half a year, and, they put in a lot of work to get into those seasons, and I just hate to see it taken away when an injury does happen.
In the 2014-15 school year, the Missouri State High School Athletics Association reported over 2,800 head injuries, costing students to miss over 34,000 days of competition and over 3,500 days of missed classes. Football ranked at the top of the list, representing over 46%. Since 2011 in the Show Me State, football has caused between 1,300 and 1,500 head injuries every year. Every summer, Mercy and Cox,
My neck hurts.
Your neck hurts? All right.
train for the worst of athletic injuries. This level of care on the gridiron may seem standard for schools here in the Ozarks, but statewide statistics prove that it's more of a luxury. According to MSHA's 2014 and 15 Youth Sports Brain Injury Report, 124 high schools in the Show Me State reported having ambulances at all levels of competition. 37% had ambulances at varsity games only, and 22% of schools in Missouri reported not having ambulances at any level of football competition.
Every school district is different and their needs are different, and so we try and adapt what we're doing to their facilities, because that's going to make a difference in what you do. Not every school district is laid out exactly the same. They may not have the same supplies, and so we need to make sure that we try and bring everybody to a par level where everybody is equal.
The Missouri State High School Athletics Association states that all schools should have a written and rehearsed emergency plan, but 10% of schools responding to their 2015 survey report that their school district does not have a plan in place.
Sports bring obviously the obvious benefits physically, socially, emotionally, even spiritually, some would say.
The University of Michigan released a study in April stating 55% of parents believe that their kids' mental and emotional health is worse than their own childhood. Many times, sports fill the void.
I think this is emblematic of a cultural issue that's been kind of taking root for decades now.
Dr. Paul Tomlinson's a psychologist with Borough Behavioral Health in Springfield.
And there are definitely some downsides to overemphasis on sports above all things. Sports is about play. They're not professionals yet.
As a result, more than 3.5 million kids under the age of 14 are treated for sports-related injuries each year. 70% of children leave organized sports altogether before they reach their teens.